So what's this experience for? Why did this happen? Why did God send the commander out in such a way that Joshua would interact with him like this? Well, I think the answer is in the lesson that Joshua was taught. So what did Joshua concretely do in this paragraph? Two things. Number one, he was corrected. And number two, he worshiped. He was corrected and then he worshiped. This is called a lesson in humility. Whenever you're corrected and the next thing that happens is you're on your face, that's humbling, right? Now, there's no evidence that Joshua had become prideful and that God is checking him here. But I think this shows that humility is something we can all benefit from. Even if you're not an overtly, obviously prideful person, we can all benefit from considering this. God wanted Joshua to go into battle realizing the Lord is king, and that though Joshua was to lead and direct and to swing the sword, that there were things happening behind the scenes that God was doing on his behalf that he did not even know about. And that's why we need to credit God and glorify God all the time, because there are things that he does to help and bless and assist and defend you that you will never know about. God wanted to make sure that Joshua's head was in the right place, because Joshua's greatest success would come when he realized he's not the end-all be-all. He is a servant of the Lord, and he was serving a holy God. And that's not the lesson just for Joshua. That's a lesson for every single one of us. Think back to the original question that Joshua asked. Are you on our side or our enemy's side? And the commander said no. The lesson here, the best question to ask as you navigate life is not how can I get God on my side, but rather how can I get on God's side? You see, God isn't on your side like an insurance salesman or a business. Nationwide is on your side, right? Especially if you're a paying customer. If you're a paying customer, they're on your side. Well, with God, it's not about getting him on our side. It's not about getting him to come support what we do. It's not about affirming us. It's not about we make our plans and then we go to him in arrears and ask him to rubber stamp the things that we've done. That's not it. We should be asking the question, what is God doing and how can I get on board? How can I align myself with what God has said for me to do? How do I get on his side is the question. And when we see the head honcho of Israel on his face, calling himself servant with his shoes off in front of someone he met 30 seconds ago, no matter what the world says, that's the posture of somebody who is ready for battle. I know that that's not how the world would define it, but sold out obedience to God is battle readiness. And this radical obedience comes through the avenue of holy humility. We want to be a church obedient to God, who follows Christ in all things, who walks worthy of our calling. There is no way that that's going to happen if we are not humble toward God like Joshua was here. It's almost like God says, Joshua, you'll be ready for battle when I see you on your face. Moses, you'll be ready for the Pharaoh when I see you on your face. If we can be a church positionally on our face before God in humility, there is no limit to what he could do through us. And it would be up to him. We don't get him on our side. We get on his side. We don't make our plans and ask him retroactively to bless it. We need to seek his face.